Hi, this is Wilfredo Aguilar bringing you the word of the day. Today we'll be talking about worldly riches. Worldly riches. Is that those things that we sometimes fantasize about having? Everybody once in a while will start asking themselves what it would be like if I had a million, if I had 100 million, and then we had money. It's those fantasies. A lot of us pursue, a lot of times pursue goals, to make those fantasy a reality by, I don't know, by doing something, a business or a show or something that we are skillful at to make that money. um, Other times it's condemned. A lot of people say, hey, nobody needs to be rich. We just Money is evil, sort of thing, and it's misunderstood because we still like work for the money. We still go to a job, pay our bills, and money sort of tells us what to do and what not to do. So it's a big thing. It's a big issue. So today we're gonna be talking about worldly riches. Basically, um, sometimes we think that $1 million, $100 million is a lot of money right now. Are they had a deal where they're trying to give a stimulus to the people of the U.S. And it was a deal that was trying to go back and forth with the Senate and the House of Representatives. I think the 2 point something trillions the House of Representatives wanted, and then Senate wanted less. But that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, but still, it's not considered as genuine riches. That's what got my attention of this passage tonight. Jesus said, Luke 16:11. So if you have not been faithful with worldly wealth, who will trust you with what is genuine? Genuine. Who will trust you with what is Jesus talking about? He's talking about a dishonest manager. Dishonest manager who was in charge of wealth, uh, of somebody else, and apparently he was squandering with the money, and then it came to a point where he was discovered, and he started acting. He took a different approach. He started calling people that owe money to his master, um, with the goal that once his masters fire him, he would have a place to go to because he was good with the people that owe. And what's surprising about this parable is the fact that the master praised him after on that issue, where he was giving sort of discounts to people that owe money to the master. So you would think that it's kind of similar by squandering and giving to other people, giving them discount. But apparently the master praised in Jesus by telling this parable means that he was he would praise too when the dishonest manager started giving discounts to people that owe that master, versus squandering for himself, um, being selfish with the money while he was giving money away, by reducing the debt. So in a sense, when the manager kicks him out, once the master kicks him out, he would go to the people that he gave him discounts, say, hey, help me out. And that this is interesting because Jesus puts this parable to teach a truth, to give us a truth. And what can we get from this parable? Well, one is that there is better riches. I think having gold is nice, having dollars is nice, having Bitcoin is nice. Um, but there's better riches. There's better riches than that. And one of them, if you read Psalms, the Psalm says, "What can man pay to live on forever?" That means, or the part where there was this guy who had so much in his house that he says, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my house for my seeds bigger, for my wheat bigger, and then I put more storage, and then I'm kick back and relax. And then Jesus says, God came that night. It says, "You fool," because he didn't have true riches. He didn't have true riches, which is the riches that matter for God. That's kind of like the thing. So now, sometimes we are in a pursuit of true riches, thinking that that there could be less than, let's say, $1 million or $100 million or $1 billion, $1 trillion. We think that that's less, because it's maybe a small number. No, those true riches are more valuable than the other money. So if you can have true riches, there should be no problem having worldly riches. I mean, there should be no problem at all having worldly riches if you have true riches. So by pursuing true riches, you should be able to get worldly riches. Like God blessed Abraham and a lot. That's worldly riches. But Abraham had true riches with God. Luke 16, let's look at this honest manager. Luke 16, 1-8. Now he said to the disciples, there was a rich man who received accusation that his manager was squandering his possessions. So he called the manager and asked, "What is this that I hear about you? Give an account to your management, because you can no longer be my manager." Then the manager said to himself, meaning he thought about it, "What will I do since my master is taking the management away from me? I am not strong enough to dig. I am not ashamed to beg. I know what I will do, so that when I am removed from my management, people will welcome me into their homes." So he summoned each one of his master's debtors. "How much do you owe my master?" he asked the first one. 100 measures of olive oil, he said. "Take your invoice," he told him. "Sit down quickly and write 50. So now, instead of owing 100, he would owe 50. Next, he asked another, "How much do you owe?" 100 measures of wheat, he said. "Take your invoice," he told him, "and write 80. Next, he asked, "How much do you owe?" 100 measures of wheat. Oh, that's when he told him, "Take your invoice and write 80. The master praised the unrighteous manager because he had acted surely, for the children of this age are more shrewd of the children of light in dealing with their own people. So true riches. He goes on and talks about how you can make friends with worldly riches. If anything you learn from God is His giving. This is the part of giving. He is generous. So if God is willing to give you through His Son the valuable riches that He has in heaven, that He has for us, how much more would He give you those worldly riches? He should have no problem giving you the worldly riches, because ultimately good riches is harder to get. But sometimes we think it's the opposite. We think worldly riches are harder to get, and true riches is easier to get. But it's not. It's the opposite. True riches is harder to get, but worldly riches, anybody can do it. And the Bible, Jesus tells us, hey, with the worldly riches, give to others. Give to others so that they can receive you in eternal homes. So that's how God works. God works through love. He gives. He's faithful, and he gives. And he gave us his son. He gave us Jesus. He is faithful. His son is not gonna be like once with us, and once we sin, he's out. He's not. No. He is with us until the end of ages. He will not leave you alone, even though sometimes you think he might, or the devil makes you think he might. But he loves you. He's loyal. Our love could be good once, and then it will go down, it will go up, it will go down, it will go up. Our loyalty, for sure, is gonna go up and down, up and down. But he's faithful. His love for us is our true riches. It's our true riches. So that's the message for today. God bless you. Have a great day. A great night. Bye-bye.